Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. Before we start with my presentation, may I introduce myself. My name is Nur Anis Akira. As you can see, this is our group members, and for this question from the simulation 7 is a comparison of productivity improvement technique under the economy analysis and engineering industry and the behavioural. Oh, salah ni, salah soalan ni, ya Allah. Okay guys, for the introductions, in productivity improvement can be defined as performance to a system and sustainable balance while implement the change. The technique used in carrying out productivity improvement are mostly for collecting information and increasing the effectiveness work. There are two methods used, such as the technical approach and human approach. The technical approach are used for analysis economy and engineering technique, while the human approach are used for behavioral technique. For the next, this is my map that I found from a book Prempangko 1987. They have seven technique. The seven technique. For the first is the work study. Next is just-in-time method. Management through value analysis, work simplifications, cost-benefit analysis, Pareto analysis, cost productivity allocations, zero-based budgeting. Okay, for the work study is combination two group technique, method study, work measurement, which are used to examine people work and indicate the factor which are effect efficiently. What is effect efficiently? Of course, the effect efficiently is to the our production of economy. For the method study under the industrial engineering technique, they are also used the method study. Often called the motion study or method engineering is the systematic recording the critical examination of existing and proposed way of doing work to develop and apply easier and more effective method to reduce the cost. Next, for work measurements, the most important technique for work measurement is technique sampling, stopwatch time study, predetermined time standard and standard data. The work measurement is established the time qualified worker need to carry out the specific job at the defined level of performance. Okay. Next is word simplification. What is word simplification? Word simplification is consists of three elements: the philosophy, the pattern, and the plan of action. The word simplification tools include the flow process chart, flow diagram, and economy movement, and mentioned in this study. Right? The next, the Pareto analysis. Okay, the Pareto analysis is often called the 18-20 rules. That 80% of the result can come from 20% of the effort. Here, the Pareto analysis is also help to establish the priorities. Next, the just-in-time method. JIT is the production of the necessary unit in the necessary quantity at the necessary time. JIT is remove the security blanket of high inventory that exposes operating problem. For example, JIT small lot size facilitated production smoothing are made economical by short set of time. For example, Toyota has reduced set of time to 5 minutes on a line stamping body panels. Next is management through value analysis. What is management value analysis? Value analysis aim Okay, management value analysis aim to achieving many small saving or improvement in efficiency which will collectively be significant. Its usefulness have been demonstrated in manufacturing and many other fields as well. For the cost-benefit analysis is powerful productivity improvement technique to determine the ratio for benefit of given the project to its cost and taking into the account the taking into account the benefit and cost that cannot be directly measured in monetary units. This technique also used to find the least expensive of researching res- mean of reaching an objective or a way obtaining the greatest possible value from a given. Is cost benefit analysis. Cost benefit analysis is powerful productivity improvement technique to determine the ratio of benefit of given project to its cost, taking into account the benefit and cost that cannot be directly measured in monetary units. This technique can also be used to find the least expensive means of reaching an objective or a way of obtaining the greatest possible value from a given expenditure. Okay, for zero-based budgeting, or called ZBB, is an operating planning and budget process which require all managers to justify their entire budget request in detail from zero base. This productivity improvement technique is mainly aimed at reducing overhead and used to relocate resources among overhead activity, properly compartment overhead costs. ZBB will help manage ZBB will help management strategic planning activity with the programming and control the function. Okay, for the next is behavior technique. The figure show there are four behavior of technique. First, organization development, nominal group technique, force file analysis, and brainstorming. Okay, after that, under the behavior technique is organization development, or called OD. This is plan. This is organization is plan, manage, and systematic progress. Its objective is to change the system, the culture, the behavior of an organization in order to improve the organization effectiveness. OD is deal with organization aspect of the behavior science and link human with human resource development and organization renewal. After that, for the brainstorming is organize the idea generating process avoiding by any premature evaluation, as this is frequently short of the production of good idea. Next is force field analysis. The force field analysis (FFN) is the technique of force field is the technique a tool for analyze a situation that need to be changed. FFA can be applied when they are confused about the improving step should be taken for the next. So the FFA that can help order the worker to be more not just a productive, they will be more excellent with their brain, excellent with their proactive with all the steps were taken in jobless. After that, for the nominal group technique. Nominal grouping is participatory approach to fact finding, such gathering data, identify problem and strategy, generating idea, action planning, and evaluating the progress. Nominal group technique can be used effectively in three phases of productivity improvement process, such as productivity diagnosis and action planning and evaluations. Okay guys, for in the conclusion, there are have the common comparison within industry engineering and economic analysis and technique of behavior such as industrial engineering technique and economic analysis are focused on cost and unnecessary work then with this technique also can eliminating unnecessary. They are use this technique to improve the productivity. Next is technique of behavior. Is the system that improve the behavior of workers such as discipline in workplace. Each of the technique is important to improve the productivity and help the worker to be successful employer in company. Within of that, the successful worker shown the most of certification in their company and get again the harmonious industrial relation. Okay, that's all for my conclusion. Thank you.